start, want to give a big shout out to BizPath and What I Learned, two dudes that really motivated me to push myself and put myself out there. Um, I'm just a 30-year-old guy living in Seattle, and I like finance and I love video games, and I just want to share some of the mistakes that I'm trying to fix from some of my younger days, and hopefully some of you guys get some benefit out of it. So how investing has changed my life, it's really putting things in clarity. I made a lot of mistakes, and I'll make different videos about them, but from car mistakes, crypto, stocks, chasing and chasing and chasing the quick dollar, and I'll show receipts. I'll show you guys I'm not afraid to you know accept my mistakes. But now, as a 30-year-old, family growing, the way things have been going, I don't know, inflation, the middle class keeps getting stretched out and it'll disappear. I do worry about the future, and the biggest goal that I have, it's not just for me. Although I love cars, would love to own a Ferrari one day, but it's not about me, it's about future generations of my lifeline and my bloodline. And that's kind of the biggest thing. I'm pushing for financial freedom. Like I said, I made mistakes with the cars, and it's one of those things that you can't take it back. You just gotta get moving forward. That being said, I'm 30. I work in tech, and I've made pretty decent money. Not as much as I should, but pretty decent money. And I've been investing for the last 3.5 years solid. I'll put a screenshot right now. Stocks, all my accounts are in Fidelity, and I have around $52,000 right now. It fluctuates. I have some crypto as well, some liquid cash, but not too much. And that's pretty much it I can think of. But the biggest thing I want to touch base on today is my portfolio in stocks. Like I said, as of the recording of today, it's around 52 grand. The way that's broken down is into two major things: Roth IRA and the taxable account. I have about 24,000 in the Roth IRA, 12,000 which is my money, so I'm up 100x, 1x on those. And then the other one is 23,000, give or take, on the taxable account, and that one is to be liquid just because I need to there's some expenses coming up as my family's growing, and I want to make sure that I have money saved aside because my wife is not going to be able to work. So that's the biggest thing. Right now I'm focusing heavily on investing, and I've been listening to some of these other videos, and I just got motivated to share my story and to tell you, whoever you are, if you're in your 20s, invest or don't. Either way, no one cares. That's the beautiful thing about personal finance. Is very personal, and whether you're the Dave Ramsey's of the world, right, cash is king, or the Robert Kiyosaki's of the world, borrow till you die, do whatever you think is best. For me, at the moment, we do have a couple bills that we need to pay: a car loan and a mortgage. Other than that, we're debt free, which obviously we're not because we have a car loan. And I'll go over how much we own that in other videos and what our payments look like. I try to be smart with my money, and so even when I go get a car payment, I'm very frugal when it comes to the car. I'm very methodical with my finances, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but don't like to owe anybody money. And if I am going to be owing money in the future, which is part of the goals that I want to share with you guys, is buying real estate. I want to be able to have properties so I can rent them out. Again, as a 30-year-old, I feel like I'm really, really behind. I never had the financial literacy or the financial education from anybody in my family. My goal is not to be a multi millionaire, although it's welcome. But if I can just have financial independence and freedom, that's the biggest goal. At this moment, I'm investing $777 a month. That's the number that I want to invest. And putting most of it into index funds, and then a couple individual stocks. And I'll definitely, if you're interested, let me know. I can definitely do another video on what that's invested in and the return, because I've made so many big mistakes trying to chase, the pot of gold, like a lot of us. So right now, my biggest goal is from the next 20 years to see how I can manage my money and hopefully not only retire with dignity, but have enough money to provide for my kids, the future that they deserve. As we know, things are getting really, really expensive. They're not going to come down. The federal government, it doesn't matter who you vote for. They're not here for you. They don't care. And that's the reality. Now, that being said, you have the power to change it, right? I started investing about 3 years ago, and I went heavily on the Roth IRA, maxing it out for 2 years in a row. And I stopped putting money because then I started to focus on crypto. Well, obviously I would have way more money if I would have just stayed slow and steady, but I'm a huge believer of taking risk. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I don't mind taking risks. I don't mind taking an L if I'm trying to grow the money. But investing has changed my life. I understand there's a lot of people out there who knew of this important information way younger, at 18, 19, and compound just has helped them. I may not be 19, I'm 30 years old, but I'm definitely gonna do the best I can to catch up. And with the help of, the aforementioned channels, I know I'm gonna get better. With your support, I know I can get motivated to make sure that I invest to the best of my abilities. But for now, we'll keep putting $777 into investing monthly in hopes that the next few years I can have enough money either saved or invested to buy properties.
That's what we've been working on, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I look forward to more stories.
Proud of everyone.
It's a standing ovation from the grandstands as the crowd salutes the Sergeant. Logan Sargent wins.
Well, all that off-season work clearly paying off here today, Crofty. A brilliant way to start the season with a solid victory. It's a real good confidence boost as well, and you feel like that's going to really propel them forward through to the next race coming up.